Your opening comments, what are your thoughts on this entire controversy surrounding Malala?
I firstly congratulate Ms. Malala Yousafzai and Mr. Kailash on earning this Nobel Prize. But sadly, my opinion is against this Nobel. I really don't find any such particular reason that why she got it. If we take example of Mr. Kailash, he was working since long and for more than 144 countries' children.
Yeah.
But still, Malala hasn't done any single thing or effort till yet. If we take Pakistani government stand, uh, Pakistani government is paying 16,000 pounds per year for her education.
Yeah.
We can't deny the fact that Pakistan government is not supporting it. Pakistan government is supporting her. Pakistan army is supporting her. Everyone is supporting her. But when it comes to Nobel Prize, understand the fact that we are not finding any such platform where she has worked before.
You don't
As
agree that you don't agree that she is one of the youngest activists fighting for child's rights, a child's right for education?
she is not fighting actually. She is not doing anything like that. She is
Okay.
just taking her education after the attack. Before that, she was writing as a blogger. And if we take Pakistani blogger scene, that we will find thousands and or maybe hundreds of jobs running at that time,
Yeah.
even against resistance. So we can't take her only as the only part of Pakistan.
Okay, all right. Okay, we just heard Sarah. She said that she's not really done anything besides, her own. After she got shot, she continued her studies abroad, and she's not really done anything the way Kailash Satyarthi has. What are your opening comments? Would you agree with that, or do you think Malala deserves this award?
I absolutely don't agree with this opinion that she doesn't deserve Nobel because at the time when she wrote the blog, and she definitely wrote it because if you talk to her, if you listen to all her interviews, and whatever has come up about Malala so far,
Yeah.
it reinforces that confidence that she has written that blog for BBC. Now that was the time when there was no people allowed to talk. People didn't know what's happening there, and it was definitely a risk. And her father knew, and he asked her that whether she's ready to write or not. So taking that choice, and that was like inviting, death. That's what happened later on. That is the courage that very few people have manifested in recent history, especially with regard to Taliban.
Sarah says that she hasn't really done much to deserve a prize as of the kind as Nobel. What are your thoughts? Your opening comments for me, Yasir?
Yes, sure. Well, see, the issue here is essentially that we're looking at it the wrong way.
Okay.
I mean, let me just put it this way: that you've got there are fewer Pakistanis who hate Malala than say there are Indians who hate Arundhati Roy, for example.
Okay. Okay.
So that's that should put things in perspective because what I believe, I've seen is that Malala is hailed as a daughter of Pakistan, as someone who's done the country proud. So I don't agree with the view that she's viewed negatively. I think it was an extraordinary opportunity for Pakistan and the girls of Pakistan to emphasize what is really important for them, and that is education. And as a father, I'm especially proud of Malala and her achievement. That said, this sentiment itself is not insignificant because what's happening is, let me just put it this way: all the various parties that have been involved in, that are involved in politics, they all congratulate. So, in terms of popular vote, it would be, I don't think that the sentiment would be that significant. But when you talk about this particular middle class sentiment,
Yeah.
there are two essentially reasons for people to propose. One is just outright jealousy. I think a lot of people are just, this is pure jealousy
Okay.
because that girl is rich something which these people would not have done. I think what Malala has done to Pakistan has not been done even by the president of Prime Minister of Pakistan, because president of Pakistan or the Prime Minister of Pakistan, they sort of need President Obama's prior permission to meet her.
Yeah.
While in Malala's case, President Obama showed his wish that I want to eat this young girl, and that was before she earned the Nobel Prize.
Right.
Let's, for argument's sake, we accept that Malala is a foreign agent. And the critics who are saying this are producing her pictures with, alleged pictures with Richard Holbrooke as an evidence that she is an agent. Then what about those pictures of Pakistani head of states with the US leadership since 1948 till date? If the picture is the criteria that she or he is an agent, then everybody is an agent. And what about the US aid? What about the defense aid? What about different type of financial aid which Pakistan has been receiving from the West and the USA? If the grant or financial aid to Malala is a bribery, is a bribe to recruit her as an agent, then what about that financial aid Pakistan is receiving from USA and the West?
There are many supporters of Malala who feel that now she might be forced to live in exile, the way even Abdul Salam, your other Nobel laureate, was. Do you fear that for Malala as well?
Well, the issue, you have to separate the two issues between sort of Dr. Abdul Salam, who was one of the greatest physicists of last century and obviously a treasure for Pakistan, but he was allowed to come back. He came, but then, there were issues with his, sectarian affiliation, and
Yes.
he was declared non-Muslim by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's government. And so that was the issue there.
Yeah.
Here, it's an issue of security. Malala is going to feel insecure when she comes to Pakistan because she's going to be a target of the Taliban. Now, the only solution for that is for the government to step up and the government to actually, provide security to its human rights defenders and human rights activists.
In terms of, the question that I asked, do you fear that Malala might have to be in exile after this?
And I'm just confused. I'm just surprised that nobody is talking about the reality of this whole thing in a bigger way. This is not a right-wing thing. It's not what PTI is saying. It's not what the mullahs are saying. It's what normal, regular people from upper class, from girls and boys who go to posh schools are saying. I want to dispel this misconception that the mullahs and the clergy and the guys and the turbans are up there. No. If you talk to, for instance, a grammar school girl, which is an elite institution in Pakistan, they don't like Malala. They think Malala is a fraud. They have nothing good to say about her. And the only reason why they say that about her is they don't know anything about her.
It's basically a combination of both of them.
Right.
Because it's not that they don't know who Malala is. I mean, the world knows who Malala is. They just don't want to, find out her true strengths. They don't want to accept her because, like I mentioned earlier, accepting her as our true representative, accepting her as our potentially our future leader, basically challenges everything that we as a country believe in, and that is a challenge for both the right wing and the educated class. And so just to say that it's a conspiracy of the right wing parties, that they basically don't want to see a woman, spreading,
Sarah, final comments from you. After everything that you've heard from Kuvar Shahid, from Abdullah, from Rab Nawaz, Yasir Latif, Meher Tarar, what do you finally have to say? Have you changed your mind? Do you think that Malala is not somebody who hasn't done anything, but she has probably given an international voice for education, secular education in the country?
it's not about only my mind that I could change. It's about the 70% of population, which is consist of youth, and they are not able to relate with her in this context that she got Nobel Prize. Let me clear one thing that wasn't only a person who got shot by Taliban. We
You
were
stick to your point. You're
Pakistan
holding your ground.
Yes, but Pakistan was burning at that time with suicide bomb attacks and other efforts of Taliban's. We cannot raise her voice on above all those things. I think it's the Hassan X of Nobel Committee.
All right, so Sarah is holding her ground. She says that all she did was get shot, and despite what everyone else have had to say, she holds her ground that Malala probably does not deserve the Nobel Prize. All right, this debate, of course, can go on and on and on for hours, but on India Post Live, I must wrap up the show, the live show. But I would request all of you to please keep the conversation going through your tweets, your posts, your video comments, like we got one from Amir Mughal. All of you, if you have anything more to add, please send in your video comments. I have to wrap up the show now, but I would like to thank all of you. Meher Tarar, great having you. Thank you so much for that perspective.